What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Savage Lands. It is yours truly, Mama. There goes that man. Oblique kick Anto. Okay, Anto. Jumping right into it. Shout out to the sponsors, EnvyStream.com. Thank you as always for your viewing pleasures, everything you need. Half the cost of most of the competitors get with Envy for that free trial. 2 screens up to 4 screens. Your choice on how you do it. Now, what are we here for? Everybody knows the storybook ending, the card of very many variables, the card of curses and trends and tendencies and analytics, really. UFC 302, Prudential Center, New Jersey, Saturday, June 1st. This Saturday, it is fight week. That's why we have the video on the breakdown for 302. Now, the early prelims are gonna start at 6 p.m. The regular preliminaries are gonna start at 8 p.m. and of course the main cards are gonna start at 10. Yeah, 10 p.m. But it's worth it. It's worth it. We know it's worth it. It's worth it. We all gonna be up at 3 a.m. praising Dustin for doing the unthinkable. All right, let's get into it. Prelims, jump right in. Flyweight division, Mitch Raposo 9-1 with Andre Moscote Lima. Could not get any odds on this. Is a pick'em fight. 8-0 for Mr. Lima, 9-1 for Mr. Raposo, 3-2 in the last 5 for Mr. Raposo. As for Mr. Lima, well, 8-0, so 5-0 in the last 5. I went with Andre Lima. I've watched a couple of fights. I mean, he's an exciting fighter. He's got a great style for what's going on in this fight here. So let's just give it a shot, see how it goes. Andre Lima by decision, actually. I'm going to go decision on this one. The next one's going to go into the women's bantamweight division. That's going to be Aileen Perez. Miss Perez is 8-2, 3-2 in the last 5. She's a minus 190 favorite versus Miss Jocelyn Edwards, who is a plus 170 dog. Whew. And Miss Edwards is 3-2 in her last 5. So I actually like watching Jocelyn Edwards fight. She shows me moments of greatness, and then she shows me moments where she can be lacking those moments of greatness. But all in all, she's solid. She's a very balanced fighter. And like all fighters, she does have her weaknesses, but who doesn't? Who really doesn't? But being the person that I am and really playing the odds, and this is a breakdown, we're going to break it down the smart way. We're going to have to go Perez by decision because her style is probably the worst style possible for Miss Edwards at this moment in her career. So me here picking it now, I'm going to go Aileen Edwards by decision as well, which is going to bring us to the next fight. Welcome back, Mickey Gall. I believe it's been 2 years since we saw you last. Mickey Gall versus Hafez. Hafez, we remember Hafez from that burner with JDM, that split decision loss that he took to JDM. He took some bombs in that shot. He gave JDM almost all he can handle in that one. I'll give it to him. Like, hats off to Hafez for that one. So 2 years for Mickey Gall, the jiu-jitsu expert. 3-2 in the last 5 for Mickey Gall, but that's in between. A plus 345 dog for Mickey Gall as well. 7-3 in his career. One of those wins being over the mighty CM Punk. Hafez is 2-3 in his last 5, but he's a minus 430 favorite, and he is 8-4 in the promotion. I'm gonna go with Hafez on this one, and probably by knockout too. He is a wrestler, so he does wrestle heavy. So if he does get into those exchanges, I believe he will keep it heavy, keep close to Mickey Gall, and not give him space to throw up submissions. Because Mickey Gall, I believe last time we seen him, I think he was a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But Mickey Gall is really good from the ground. He throws up good submissions. But everything leads toward Hafez, even the gas tank, because 2 years is a long time to be out of action. Ring rust and all that starts to set in. And there you have it. Next is going to be Florida's own The Fresh Prince, the welterweight division. Phil Rowe at a plus 135 dog. I don't get it. Phil's 10-4. The Fresh Prince 10-4 from Orlando, Florida. He's going to be coming in against Jake Matthews. He's 2-3 in his last 5. He's 19-6. He's a minus 150 favorite. Philly Fresh by right hand in the second round. clean knockout, Florida on, because that's what we do. We come in, we clock in, we don't get paid to stay all day, so we're not staying all day. The Fresh Prince by Knockout. Shout out Orlando, Florida, man. Phil, keep doing your thing. I heard great things about you in the spaces I did about a breakdown on 302 earlier. I think that was earlier this week on Twitter with some very spectacular people. I don't want to shout any names because I can't remember everybody, and it was a ton of people in there. A lot of content creators I can't wait to work with in the future. A few I know like on a personal level. And it was great to see this card from so many different standpoints, from some professional standpoints, some content creation standpoints, and just from some fan standpoints. It was a great place to be in a very mighty learning experience for myself. I will say that I caught a bit of stage fright during that. But all in all, like, it was nice to be around so many minds and so many different mindsets and so many different walks of life that all gather around the same ideal and the same concept of things. I felt blessed. That's the only way I can say that. All right. The Fresh Prince by Knockout, which brings me to Grant Dawson, 4-1 in his last 5, a minus 445 favorite. He's 20-1 versus Joe Selecki, 4-1 in his last 5, a plus 355 dog, and he's 13-3 in his career. I like Joe Selecki, but Grant Dawson by fantastic wrestling exhibition and possibly submission. Grant Dawson, I got Dawson on that one. I know he took that chin by Bobby Green, but I think he's gonna come out and try to prove a point in this one and get back on that track to where they can throw his name back up there with possibly reaching for a number, top 5, top 6, 5, and up that way. Start seeing some of those names and get toward that belt, because that is, the flagship division right now with Makhachev and Poirier for the card, the lightweight division. Excuse me. And then next we're gonna have Almeida versus Romanov, which is gonna be heavyweight. A lot of people, and that's Jailton Almeida and Alexander Romanov. And Jailton's 23-3 in the UFC, and Romanov 17-2. Romanov has gas tank issues. Romanov likes to pick people up and put them down. Romanov likes to wrestle hard. He wrestles hard for a heavyweight, so he does. You know what that comes with. Almeida's a jiu-jitsu ace, so wrestling versus jiu-jitsu. Usually the wrestling wills out when the wrestler can maintain that gas tank, so we will see. We will definitely see. I don't know. I picked Romanov, though. I'm not going to lie. That wrestling usually trumps the jiu-jitsu, and Curtis Blades just did a fantastic job of defending the takedowns, not running out of gas, and then landing vicious elbows to finish Mr. Almeida in the card in Florida, UFC 299, where O'Malley gained his first UFC championship. So now that is Almeida, Romanov. Now you have Almeida, Kopylov. Romanov, Kopylov. So this is, I do not remember this Almeida's first name, but this Almeida's 4-0 in the UFC. He's a minus 115 favorite. He is 2-1 against Alex Bejeda, the current light heavyweight champion, in kickboxing. This is MMA. It's a blend of those sports. Kickboxing is part of the sport, but it's not the only realm in this sport. Because I do not believe elbows are allowed in kickboxing and vice versa with the Muay Thai. Something like that. It's not about that. So, and then you have Roman Kopylov, 3-2 in his last 5, the plus 105 underdog, 12-2 in the in his professional career. I'm gonna stop saying the UFC. In professional career, 12-2. I'm picking Roman Kopylov because he does have MMA wrestling, and this will not be strictly a kickboxing fight. There'll be elbows, there'll be knees, there'll be trips, there'll be shots. He will take shots, and he's going to take Almeida down, and he's going to take him where he may not be comfortable. Roman's younger. His fight IQ is gonna shine through in the MMA realm, and plus Almeida is the older guy. I think he's in the late 30s, so he's about to get an experience in the fight world that he may not have seen yet from an MMA standpoint. So Almeida, Kopylov, Romanov. Now we moving on to Rule Boy, Randy Brown and Zalecki. This 4-1 for Randy Rule Boy Brown. A minus 165 favorite, 17-5 in the UFC. Zaleski is the plus 150 underdog, 24-7 in his professional career. Correction, 17-5 in his professional career for Mr. Randy Brown, 3-2 in his last 5 for Mr. Zaleski. That being said, Randy Brown by spectacular finish. I'm not calling it round. I'm not calling it how. But Randy Brown by spectacular finish. I feel like Randy's going to come out here. He's going to put that stamp on this last few outings that he's been having and kind of get his names in those talks of what next and where to put Randy Brown and who the people want to see Randy Brown against. Now, they're going to want to see his wrestling and everything. Then they're going to want to see more Randy Brown after what he does here. That's my personal opinion. Let's go Rude Boy. So, Randy Brown by spectacular finish against Mr. Zaleski to cash in at that minus 165. Now, Nico Price, Alex Morono, plus 235 underdog for Nico Price, 15-7 in his professional, 1-4 in his last 5 for Price with that brutal finish from Robbie Lawler on that flagship send-off for Ruthless himself. And Morono is 4-1 his last 5, minus 270 favorite, 23-9 in his professional career. I have Nico Price by finish, by probably ground and pound. He's going to make it a dogfight. He's going to press Morono to those deep waters. He's going to make him lean on that experience. But in the end, that puncher's chance, those hands, that wild exchange, what I like to call the Deontay Wilder effect, where something just comes out of from a weird angle and it hurts you. It's going to put Nico Price back in that win column. Hopefully. Moving next to the people's main event. Not really. But the people do want to see this one. Who doesn't love a good Trailblazer fight? Kevin Holland, 3-2 in his last 5, a minus 295 favorite, 25-10 in his professional career against Olive Juice. 3-2 plus 250 dog, 14-2 in the professional. Striker, Kevin's balance, karate black belt. Honestly, I have Kevin by submission round 2. I think Kevin's going to lean on it. He's going to start taking the safer ways to win these fights. He knows this guy's a striker. He knows how he's coming. Might have a little ring rust on that other side. This is pretty much a gimme fight for Kevin. Kevin should walk out on top of this one easily. And if not, you might start hearing talks about Kevin potentially finding himself looking at other promotions. But if you look at Kevin's track record, he'll win 2, then he'll bomb 2. So he just won 1, so he's probably going to win 2-2. So Kevin's good. Kev's got this one in the bag. Strickland versus Costa. Tarzan versus the Eraser. Minus 270 favorite for Strickland. 28-5 in the professional, plus 230 dog for Costa, 14-2 in the professional career, 3-2 in the last 5 for both men. Strickland just coming off that loss to Dricus du Plessis, who is the current middleweight champion. Costa coming off that loss to Robert Whittaker, who is getting ready to fight Khamzat Chimaev, which should be a number 1 contender spot for the strap for whoever Dricus faces next. I'm not sure who they have in talks for that. We'll see. We'll see. Honestly, a lot of people think Costa's going to walk off with this one, knock Strickland out. It's possible, but I have Strickland by decision. Costa's shown a weakness for staying there and getting touched by that jab. Strickland has a beautiful jab that he works. He's elusive. He doesn't stand straight. He doesn't really linger in kick range. He marches forward, and you can't really land clean on him. So Strickland's going to touch Costa up. He's going to touch him up. Sorry, not sorry. And the last one of the night, you have Dustin Poirier versus Islam Makhachev. 5-0 in the last 5 for Makhachev, minus 605 favorite, 24-1 in the professional. Dustin Poirier, 4-1 in his last 5, plus 510 dog, 20-8 in the professional. On paper, Poirier's about to get monkey stomped, drugged, beat up, doomed. Nothing he can do about it. In my mind, Poirier by Gilly. Habib in the corner of Makhachev. Poirier jumps to Gilly, taps him out, crowd goes crazy. Man, line up him and Conor for a chance at the belt. Conor beats Poirier, gets the 155 strap, then sets up and then Leon defends against Bilal. Conor versus Leon. Dublin. Heard it right here first on the Savage Lands. No, I'm just spitballing. Somebody told me that. I'm repeating it, so I don't know. Sounds good, though. Sounds great. Sounds like a storyline to me. Dustin, please get it done. Shine bright like a diamond. Mama, there goes that man. Oblique kick and toe, and I'm out.